Josh Hart tonight made a legit case to start. I know you Hart fans are going to be happy. Man, did he put on a show. It's the Nets, I get it. But this player right here, all the times he got in the passing lane, and then Mikhail's recovery, he goes for the steal, gets a little bit greedy, but then he makes up for it with this block, and he doesn't foul. I mean, what a play by Mikhail. And Hart to hustle up 18 late in the fourth against the Nets, who haven't won a game at home all year. I mean, the Knicks, what a second half. I don't care who they're playing. I just needed to see this type of second half, and I'm very, very pleased with the team. On to the next one, though. See, when you shoot the ball like Cat, it doesn't even matter if you set the screen or not. He's just going to pop back on that fade and knock down a three. Cat is shooting 44% from three when he shoots it within right here. So you see this area where my line is essentially, guys. Cat is shooting 44% from that line I'm showing. Once Cat starts to back it up, he goes all the way down to 23%. So Cat, there's no, like, he could shoot, but there's no reason he should be shooting anything outside of this look right here because it's automatic. And he's just going to knock it down. You guys can see this was his first attempt of the game as well. Like I said, man, Cat from this spot is automatic. Watch him knock down another one. And on this, he gets out in transition off a steal. And Yabusele, what the shacking a fool. I mean, how does an NBA player that's like 6'7" miss this? I mean, come on. Tyler Kolek uses that high pick and roll. Mikhail swings through, which creates an opportunity for Cat to come to the basket. And if he wants to, he can always wrap it around to Yabusele. But to this point, I don't even trust him to make that shot. I'm kidding, obviously. But he goes up with the right hand, makes it. Good job over Clowney. I forgot his name for a sec. He's 5 for 9 from 3 right now. His Deuce knocks down the top of the key three. Ball's moving. You can see Cat is drawing a lot of attention. He's running over. There's already a guy here, and just Cat's going to go right here because this defender is going to come over here and just reading the defense, and Deuce is going to make the shot pretty much every single time. That's why I like him starting, is he's not afraid to let it fly. Mikhail comes downhill, and Yabusele, this was before, but big-time shot. He was fouled in that as well. And you can see the Knicks getting out fast, right, off of a rebound, and it creates an easy opportunity. Yeah, he was clearly hit on that hand, man. I don't know how that was. A lot of missed calls tonight. And Tyler Kolek gets the rebound and kicks it down to Mikhail. Good vision. Say what you want about Tyler Kolek, but man, does this kid have a ton of vision. I mean, this is a ridiculous pass to Mikhail out in transition at the end of third quarter. This play, watch this ball move. Brunson the heart to Mikhail, extra pass. Good close up by 22, but it's just too much space for Mikhail. Now, off of a Nets 3, the Knicks are able to get the ball out very, very quickly. Another reason why Hart is starting is because of this. Gets hit and one, count it. There's no one on the Knicks roster outside of Josh Hart that would do this. Off of a made, would come down the floor, pick up his dribble. He's got that extra step, of course, off the gather, and then just hang in there through the contact over a bigger defender and to get the foul. Even if Hart had missed this, I mean, he would have been hit anyway, so it's just exactly how you want to play. Now, Cat is going to set this screen and backs off, which he's popping. Claxton, you can see, is recovering, so right here is he's picking up Cat off of that pop. And Brunson says, okay, bet. I'm just going to go downhill then. And he's going to lay it up and in. Brunson's so good at analyzing the defense because most guys probably would have panicked about this defender right here. But he's in no man's land. He's trying to guard both Brunson and Diawara on the cut. And honestly, like, there's no reason Diawara should be cutting in on this. He should just stay in that corner. Because once Brunson comes down, you've got Mikhail or Diawara. It's an open corner three. And he cuts in and just basically creates even more of a tougher situation for Brunson, but he's so good anyway, it doesn't even matter. It's off the backboard with that little runner. It's just good to see the Knicks go out there and try new things and to make adjustments. And whenever Deuce McBride is in the starting five, the point of attack defense is going to be a lot better because he can switch everything, get up on you, and of course make things difficult. Now, OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson did not play in this game, so obviously the defense and rebounding is going to take a hit with that. But Deuce, I mean, there's just no shot that he doesn't like. Spaces the floor, stays ready, doesn't need the ball in his hands, and then allows Cat, of course, to go downhill and to be able to find Deuce or to find Mikhail. Jalen Brunson gets to take some of. Sorry, Mikhail's so funny. He made a funny face. I'm sorry, man, that I laughed at that on camera. But it's just good to see the spacing open up because Jalen Brunson and Cat can go one-on-one against pretty much anyone, and you don't want to allow teams to be able to help. And even though Josh Hart isn't the best shooter in the world, he shot the ball very well this year, actually, especially for his standards. And he rebounds, he boxes out, he switches, he gets out in transition, and he's a scrappy player. And given that the Knicks have given up the second most threes in terms of percentage, and they're just the effort's been very lackadaisical. Deuce did a good job tonight of creating off the dribble. He didn't make every single shot, of course, but he did a good job of just looking for his shot. Something that Deuce, I mean, he's kind of like hot and cold with. His Cat gets in and one. That wasn't a foul. What? That better have been a foul. Cat just got absolutely hammered, and the ref's not going to grant him it. See, that's another thing as well, is sometimes like Cat will settle for a jumper, and I'm like, why is Cat settling for a jumper? And then it's plays like that where it's like, well, if you go into the basket, you're not even going to get a call regardless. So I kind of get Cat's frustration there. I mean, I don't know if there's very many players in the league that get hit more than Cat. Let me see a replay on this on a different angle. Yeah, I mean, oh my God, right across the arm. Like, yeah, dude, I'm far away, right? I'm across the entire room right now making this video, and I saw that. How do the refs miss that? Like, that just makes absolutely no sense. But, you know, Cat, and I'll say this again, I say this all the time, is the Knicks are at their best when Karl-Anthony Towns is the best player on the floor. And it's not even debatable tonight Cat was the best player on the floor. He got it done on both ends, and he attacked the basket, he protected the rim. And if Cat can do that, I mean, the Knicks are just unstoppable, right? Like Brunson had a good game. He knocked down a lot of shots. He was efficient. But they didn't really need Brunson tonight is the thing. And Cat is just, he's a 7-footer, man. Like, it's so difficult, if not impossible nowadays, unless you have a Steph Curry, right, to be able to win a championship with a 6'2" guy and a 6'3" guy being your best player. And we kind of learned that in the playoffs. As Jalen Brunson was awesome once again. He's been awesome every single playoffs. But by game 6 in Indiana, the Pacers were picking him up full court. They were throwing Neesmith at him. They were throwing Nembhard at him. And it's just a lot to ask for, not to mention basically help was coming every single time. So if Cat can just do what he did in like game 3 specifically in the second half, Cat was on one. But if Cat can just consistently be aggressive and understand that, hey, look, like there's no way a 6'7" guy should be able to defend me and just basically hold his own. Like, no, like Cat, you need to lower your shoulder, get aggressive, go to the basket, and basically force them to double, and then that just opens up everything, right? Like, I know old school basketball is kind of a dying breed, but you look like a Shaq and Hakeem and Tim Duncan and Dirk. I mean, look at the damage that those guys did. Those were championship level players that were able to just elevate everyone around them. And Cat's never going to be a back-to-the-back basket type of guy. He's more of a downhill floor spacer. But there's got to be more times where you could just throw it down to Cat on the block, and he can go out there and just dominate a game. And, you know, Cat realistically should be scoring 25, 26 every single night, like pretty easy. He's that good. And it's crazy to think that Cat was even available. Like, the Knicks got Cat for Devo, Randall, and a pick. Not that they gave up nothing. I mean, Devo was a fan favorite. He was a huge piece off. Well, he was a starter. He started the year off the bench and then ended up being inserted into the starting lineup, and we know that was a great decision. I'm really hoping the Knicks can get DiVincenzo back. I mean, I think he's literally the piece we need. Just imagine bringing in Devo off this bench. I mean, that's going to be pretty much impossible to be able to do that. But a player like Cat, All-NBA, former #1 pick, he just does things that very few big men have been able to do ever in the game of basketball. I mean, he is, in my opinion, the best shooting big ever. I think Dirk's a close second, but Dirk didn't shoot the type of threes that Cat did on this volume. So, I mean, you're talking about Cat can, shoot from the logo, and now he's developing this sort of turnaround fadeaway, and he missed it against the Heat. But, yeah, this lineup to me basically screams, Cat's going to be a problem tonight, and I like to see that too. Because when Mitch is out there, Cat's not going to be at his best. Again, I think the Knicks... Yes, I think the Knicks need Mitchell Robinson next to Cat to be able to win a championship, but Cat is going to put up his best numbers without Mitch, and when he's the 5. And again, there's going to be times where Cat is going to need to do that and go off, and there's going to be times where Cat isn't going to need to go off, and the Knicks are just going to rebound and defend and play through Brunson. But the Knicks need the ability to be able to do a bunch of different things depending on what they need, and it just felt like it basically was just Jalen Brunson time, and if he was off, it was over. And now it's starting to feel like, okay, Mikal can have a good game. Cat can have a good game. See, Cat goes downhill. See, he misses a bunny. Like, okay, good board by Hart. That's exactly why Hart's out there, is to get a second chance. Dudes pull up, knocks it down. Yeah, see, that possession right there, I don't have the tape because I'm recording right now, but that possession right there is literally exactly what I want to see out of the Knicks every single time, is Cat goes to the basket, puts his head down, misses, Hart gets the rebound, and then he kicks out to Deuce, ball fake, pull-up jumper, right?